Ah, what a find it is, isn't it? Hello everyone and welcome back to Anno 117 Pax Romana, to the first real gameplay that I can show you finally. Ubisoft was kind enough to invite me to a playtest last week, and I was able to play the game for a whopping 4 hours, and I'm also able to show you recorded gameplay. So this is gonna be the first official Let's Play of Anno 117 Pax Romana on this channel. We're gonna play a city from scratch. We're gonna develop it. We have 3 tiers of population available to develop. We will play on a full map with AI opponents, pirates, diplomacy, trading. So we have the full game available to us, basically, well, just the first 3 tiers. Also, the Celts are not available yet, so the second play session, just like with the New World in Anno 1800, we're not allowed to show that yet. But what I've seen so far of this game, I think it's safe to say that we're in for a treat. I try to keep my expectations low because Anno 1800 is a masterpiece and you basically cannot push out 2 masterpieces in a row. But what I've seen so far is that Anno 117 Pax Romana delivers in so many ways. It's the perfect, to me, it feels great, right? It's the perfect evolution of Anno 1800. They develop on so many new systems while improving the old systems that Anno 1800 has to develop a new game, a game that still feels familiar, but a game that, you know, kind of like pushes forward, not only with the settings, not only with the graphics, because they look just fantastic overall, but also with its overall gameplay. Without further ado, let's jump into this one. This is gonna be 3 to 4 videos, Let's Play series, and I've also have some other videos in store for you this week, like impressions and stuff like that. 2 things I still need to add. First of all, we're playing an early version of the game, so bear that in mind, please. And also, this was a live session, so I was also a bit under a lot of pressure to get familiar with all the mechanics, because the game is quite complex, really, and keep up with my timer that was running all the time. So my commentary might not be always quite that logical, especially in stressful situations, and they will come. Let's go. So for starters, we need to get our first residence going and our first construction materials. So as always, we get the timber and the sawmill then again. And together with that, also a warehouse that once again we need to have for our basic production. So I'm gonna set this one up. Probably, I mean, it's a big island. Probably then somewhere over here. And in that case, this will be my first go here. What I can notice is right away, these buildings are not being built instantly, right? So you still need to place them. And we can also see the new road building tool here now that comes in effect. So I love this already. And let's go ahead and build us this one here as my very first warehouse. And close to this, of course, we're starting then with our production. So this has always been the same in every Anno game. And in this case, once again, we're gonna have a woodcutter here. Gonna start with 2 woodcutters right away. And of course, also then a bunch of sawmills that we can have on top of that. And we're also gonna make a nice connection then as well. And I think, there you go. Let's place these down here, and this also has an influence on our balance once more. And with that, the woodcutters are working now. They are costing me denarii, our currency, in Anno 117. And also, of course, they cost me then the Liberty workforce that we have over here. We start with a basic workforce, and yeah, as always, we need to get our city then started here. I'm gonna keep a bit of a space there towards the coast, and we're then going to start with our Liberty workforce here. We also got the villa set over here. That is then our central infrastructure building that we have. And around that, we can then start with our first residences. I would probably like to start with a bunch of them over here then. So once again, a few basic blocks. And yeah, we can also, once again, build the gnome blocks that we already have, right? That also have their own street. Let's just go ahead and do this. And then I'm also starting to build them right away. And with that, we have the first tier of population now in this game, the Libertus residents. The Roman residents it is. And yeah, as we can see, people are moving in now. They have their own basic demands again, and they're gonna pay me then taxes with which we can afford more industrial buildings and beyond that. Now, beautiful they are, very detailed, everything. And in that case, we want to start with the first demands here then. I think they're gonna unlock down here. So we got our Liberty, there it is. And with that, we have now this unlocked. foods unlocked, sardines and porridge we have. And yeah, also they're providing me then with bonuses. That is population and also income. Alright, so let's start with the fisher hut. This will cost me some maintenance again. It needs to be in a harbor building, so this is all very known to us. Question is, can we have a pier right away? Ah, very nice, we can do this. Just like so. And out of that, we can then have our first production then, I think. Gonna make it like so. Oh, we cannot connect it. That's interesting. And also what we can see is we can turn it in way more angles now than before. That's also something that looks quite lovely. Let's start with that very first one here. Oh, there's way more details than before. It's looking absolutely fantastic. And in that case, this is now producing us then the fish. And also, once again, we got the same ratios going as before. So it takes a full minute for 1 ton of fish to be produced. Sardines it is. And that we can then use. Also, once again, we have our statistics menu right over here. So Iladunum is our first settlement. And as I also can see now is my production is 1 ton and my consumption is still not even 1 ton per minute right now. So this is all working fine. Next in line, I would like to go ahead with the porridge then right away to provide me that. The thing here is though, you don't need to have both of them produced, right? You just get additional bonuses. At least one of them needs to be fulfilled, right? For us to upgrade. So I'm gonna keep it with the fish for now, and we can work on the public service now, this one here. But for this we need more population. And very good. A bit later the food is coming in, and with that also the first population. Also we have a request. A Libitus hails you. A Libitus passes you, straining under a heavy load of timber. He carries the hopeful air of one who has recently celebrated his manumissions. Freedom from slavery. Despite his burden, he stops and hails you as his governor. Okay, demand timber. Buy his supply of timber. Let's do this. And we get 20 timber and pay 100 denarii for that. Alright, with that, we can now go ahead and continue while constructing more houses. I would like to do this right away.
Fair enough.
And we can also start with a bunch more houses than here.
Thanks for noticing me, Governor.
Loving the curved roads. This feels so strange, so alien at the moment. And we'll just see. Let's build them. Get us the next settlers going. Liberty workforce. Island population increases now. And as we can see, sardines are fulfilling it. With that, we're also getting an island income. And I love that we can see this now right away. Right before that, we always had to go into finances. And now we can see the income of the island right away. This makes things a bit easier down the road then. Okay, get the next quest resident needs. So this is just the tutorial. Ave, the bold man before you intones with measured dignity. I'm Ben Balion, governor. For many years, I've served as an imperial advisor, and it is in this role that I'm now appointed to serve you. Emperor Calidus, it seems, has been seen fit to send you an advisor. Thus commences your journey together.
A decision, your judiciousness.
Alright, with more people moving in, as always, we will then unlock more buildings. There it is, the public services. And that gives me the market and the tavern. Let's start with the market. And as we can see, we got a radius again. It is not, though, a straight radius that we have. It is rather a circle that we have around that. And yeah, we can also have all different shapes again. Let's have the market right here in the center. And once again, I think for public services, we don't need to provide both of them. It just gives me a bonus. So we don't need to have the tavern right now. Let's start with the market and get this one going right here.
This sardine and I, we're both very small fish.
Let's just see the tavern. The cool thing is, of course, since this is blueprinted, I can place it across my market. And around that, we continue then with more houses. Can we make a road like this? And then we can also have houses along this road. Oh, yes. Great. Just make this road complete. All right, and then we have a block here. Then we can make these different shapes. That's looking perfect. Also here. And also here. Getting some different shapes into that city here. And of course the cool thing is we can now then adjust our houses then as well along that. Get another attribute here. So this is now the attributes. Every fulfilled need increases the attributes for the residences with their 8 attributes that we have: population, income, belief, knowledge, prestige, health, happiness, and fire safety. And these attributes define your city population that creates workforce, with fire safety preventing fires, with knowledge improving research, and so on. Once again, we have the relocation button, so we can also quickly relocate buildings, and they're also adjusting each other so that it fits together more tightly. Let's quickly check out our fish. Yeah, as we can see, we're closing in now on the demand. So I will probably also build me another fishery right away. And we also got our ship, Liburna, a trader's owl it's called. This is my first basic ship. Don't think it's like a flagship. It's just like a trader or something. We got 2 slots available on this one here. We got a captain slot that we can fill in. Don't have a captain yet. And let's just see where we can go with that from here. There's also the fog again. Oh, really beautiful. And on this map, let's start exploration. We got the productivity again. I cannot increase this one though anymore with a slider, right? Like I did before, overworking them, overloading them.
I did not think they would find me in among the weeds of my garden. Ithacus Tarragonus Taurus, at your service.
Okay, also got another one. I don't know. This seems like an AI opponent because he's settled on a pretty big island. Oh, very nice. Also, we have all these options again to sail around. What a massive island this is. They've increased the sizes again of the islands. Fantastic looking. Also lots of elevation. Way more than before. Gonna start exploring with the ship. Gonna continue with that, and we continue with, yeah, building us. We're still negative on the balance.
My name is Lycia Ma. Lycia means glowing clouds, like the ones you see in the desert at dawn. What is yours?
That is the next AI opponent. And in that case, we should start with more production, right? So I'm gonna do this even further behind, over here. With another warehouse. And then we can start with the tunics and the pileos, a hat, it looks like that. The pileos, yeah, both of them have the same stats. The pileos provides me income and happiness, whereas the tunics provide me income and more of that. And I think income is something that we really should be striving for as well at some point. So for this need here, I'm gonna go ahead with the income. If I build me a tavern, like we can see here, we also get income in addition. So let's build me the tavern, doesn't cost me that much. And then we can go ahead now with our next productions here, and that is the hemp farm. And this one needs the sheep farm. Let's start with the hemp farm. And then also my spinners that we have. And these actually require 1 minute, 1-to-1. Very good. Okay, in order to maximize my income, It's also going to be important that we maximize the consumers that we have. So I'm just going to go ahead and build me a few more houses. And city status 2 has been reached. A small town, as more people are moving in. Once again, we can also move buildings around wherever we need that when we're outside of the radius of one of these buildings. Here. Okay, let's check out how it's looking here right now. Oh, demand is actually pretty high for tunics. So I will need to build another one here right away. And then we're also going to build another spinner right away. As more timber is coming in, we can then also continue building more houses again. Let's have a look at my ship though. Out here we are right now. So we have also found this player. And beautiful. Already leveled up it seems. And I'm also trying to find some neutral traders. So we're gonna do this with my ship. Let's check my demands again. Production for fish is fine and also for the tunics will be fine now. And with that we should have then all the needs fulfilled. There it is, fashion is coming in.
Tavern wall's got my name on it. I practiced.
So let's go ahead and update or upgrade our first residences to tier 2.
I think, dear husband, we have found our sacred center.
And with that, we get a new population tier, the plebeians, into our village. And I'm expecting more taxes from them. 185 island population is right now. And my balance is -5, but of course they're now moving in. And they have their own bunch of needs again. And what we can see now is that we now need to provide 3 types of food, 3 types of public services, right? And 3 types of fashion. So it's up to you what choice you want to make here, what path. You don't need to fulfill all of them, though you get bonuses by doing that. So we can now continue with the next food then right away, which is the porridge. Also here we have plebeians now. And unlock their food, that is bread and garum as well, that we can now provide. Very nice. And there is also now my first tier, and then we have emergency services, a firefighter. Alright. Cohorts, that is for police, and then we have the Medici hospital. So I'm expecting city incidents to happen now. Alright, also discovered some more islands. Of course, we should settle then at some point on one of them. Tiles is my next production construction material. And charcoal kiln we have also available now. Let's upgrade a few more. We have the Liberty, we have the plebeian workforce. I do have the means to support more upgrades. And let's also go ahead and push my timber production a little bit further. So down here in this forest, I would like to have another cutter that is then directly connected with that sawmill here. I continue with a bit of city structuring. Also here we can of course now build more houses. And I would also like to build me a few more houses here. As long as we're still in the radius for that, of course. It's tight though. Next construction material will require clay. wonder if we have clay on this island. Ah, it needs a river slot. So this is something that we have. So I can continue with the road right in here. And this road then... Oh, is that a bridge or so? I think here we can make a bridge. Yeah. So I'm gonna reserve this. And just over here, we can then also now start with the next production chain. Ah, but can we afford it? That's the question. I want to afford it. We don't have wheat on this island, so for bread I will need to move to another island soon.
Violence for violence, the first and last law of negotiation.
And wow, there we have the next faction. Capua Nova. And we're heading back again, expanding our settlement, so we still have a bit of room for more houses. There's the warehouse. It doesn't seem like we have loading ramps. Oh yeah, we have loading ramps, 2 of them. Okay. So once again, we need to watch out for overloading, for not overloading those warehouses then. And let's start with my porridge production. So this is also a ratio of 1:1. We need around 1 ton of porridge right now. So with 2 of them, we should be golden. And let's have my next production then here. With their fields. Probably could make it like so, but we're getting a bit closer there to the lumberjacks. And I don't want that. Okay, where's my ship? Over here right now. Exploring another island that we have over here. With resin on it, lavender, olives, oyster, and an iron deposit. Also lots of space once again to build something. Let's find another island close to us now, because I want to settle on one of them at some point soon. Gonna make here the curve complete, and here we just continue then with that road. I love now that we can make roads like this. It feels more natural along the rivers, right? Lovely looking. Okay, I guess we're still gonna need more. And there it is, island fire safety. So we have now a global parameter for this. And I can now say, build me a fire station, probably in the service sector. There it is. And, oh, okay. Once again, it has a radius now, not a street. And we can now place it somewhere. And of course, we want to make it placed so that it affects as many buildings as possible for us. So I can already see that I'm probably gonna need 2 of them at least. Yeah, let's start with the first one here though. So I will need to demolish these again. That's a beautiful building. And there's now the patrol squad coming out, reducing the risk of fire in the area. Okay, I'm building the second porridge kitchen. With that, we have porridge now up and running, and should also have a nice surplus production for this then, yeah. This means I can also add more buildings again. More houses. Let's have another, yeah, let's have them here. So this block here should still be totally affected. And then we're also gonna upgrade a bunch more people to the next level. Garum is another resource that we have. Scumber's hut we need for that. That's a fisher. And the salt ponds. And this is once again something we need to have at the harbor area.
It feels like it does you good to eat a sardine.
Alright, porridge is coming in now as my next need. So this is increasing my population. And we still need to provide bread or garum, either way. And marketplace-wise, the sanctuary or the grammaticus would be one of my next ones now, but we don't have the threshold for this yet. We also need the hats now, the sandals, and the soap. But I also don't have this one unlocked just yet. So I would probably like to go ahead now and build me another city district. We're gonna do this somewhere over here then. And I would like to make a bigger square for this one now, for the service buildings, right? So we might make it like so. This looks lovely. Let's go ahead and make us a marketplace then. And also another tavern once again. The tavern we can make so that it has a bit of space around it. Or I'm gonna have the tavern here along the road. Let's not forget that we will need main roads as well, like this one here. That lead us then through the city. Oh, this is not possible. Let's just check it out. That's possible. I will still need more timber. We're starving on timber. And my ship has also arrived again, so let's also check out that. Still want to find me another island over here somewhere. What is that? A quest. Can you help us get to our collegium's yearly event? Alright. Sail to your trading post. Seems like we should do this quest first. Oh, wait a second. There is no time limit on it, right? No. So I'm gonna just continue with the exploration for now. I would like to continue upgrading more people again. To tier 2, our plebs. Very good. Another island has been discovered. There it is. This one offers me now Sandarek fertility, Murex, mackerel. Oh, wait a second. Mackerel is something that we need, right? Yeah, we got the sturgeon on this island and mackerel on this one. There's several types of fish and lots of buildable space. An island with almost no rivers, which is a rare sight. We are positive also for the first time. Very good.
Oh, yes. On our way.
Oh, look at that. There's a huge ruin over there. That we probably should also explore at some point. Happiness is not very high, so I should also provide more needs for those people here that give me happiness, like the plebeians now. Let's do this. Oh, and also public services have been unlocked, the sanctuary and the grammaticus. And this one gives me knowledge now and unlocks researching. So let's start with the sanctuary. Once again, a huge building. And yeah, we could make it so that we affect most of the people, even though this is bigger than I thought it would be. And then we have the grammaticus. This is a smaller building, lucky us. So the grammaticus I would probably like to have in here. And the sanctuary then somewhere else entirely. For this, however, we need to start with our clay production. I would like to do this now. Over here we got the river slot for that. But I think, yep, this is the one. This one's producing now 2 per minute, and this one's consuming 2 per minute. So the ratio is 1 to 1. And this one is causing something. It reduces the fire safety of the surrounding area. So, shouldn't have the city too close to that, right? Might need to move this one at some point. Let's build them. And get us with that the tiles as my next construction material. Fantastic details. In the meantime, we continue. Also with more population upgrades. And I have no idea at this point how big the villa will be. So I guess it's like a palace. And that's why I would like to keep a healthy surrounding area for this one here, right? So here we're gonna make the cut then for the villa. And I might think that here we can have more houses then again. Or even our sanctuary. Alright, also my tiler needs charcoal as an input, and this is its own construction material down here. This one needs a charcoal kiln, a bigger radius actually, a very high radius, and also once again it reduces the fire safety of the surrounding area. So I'm gonna have one over here right now, reducing 100%, far away. Does it have the connection to the warehouse? It does. And it's
perfect for
producing now
Governor's
2
visit.
per minute as well.
We simple folks, we don't have much to offer.
Okay, my ship in the meantime has discovered more islands over here. But no grain as far as I can see. Perhaps grain does not need a fertility. Ah, probably doesn't need one. So, can we build a bridge? We can. It takes 8 construction materials, 8 timber. Question is, can we have a double bridge? Oh, yes. They have fixed one of the biggest issues I had with 1800. And that is that we can have also now not only double roads and triple roads, but also double bridges, triple bridges. Very nice. Big surprise for me there. This is a lovely space for some more farming over here. And some more industry. I wonder what these ruins are for. Okay, we could just demolish them, but I'm not doing this just yet. Okay. Alibatus and his friends have come to plead their case. They accuse their villicus of treating them worse than slaves, making them toil past sunset. They're hoping for compensation and want you to replace the villicus. You know the man in question, he recently offered you a hefty bribe. Compensating his workers will be costly. Alright, this gives me happiness bonus, but it cost me 5,000 denarii. Grants a 1 hour increase in happiness at the cost of denarii. We take the bribe, this reduces happiness, or we reassign the liberty and take nothing out of this. We got 16,000, so I'm gonna go ahead with the happiness boost.
A worthy judgment, perchance?
And this also, the happiness directly determines the severity and frequency of unrest. I don't think it has anything to do with tax income though. Alright, a bit later the ship has arrived.
Need something, Governor?
And we should be able now to take them aboard. There they are, Libertine hitchhikers. And we now need to drop them off at the Villa Augusta. Oh, a place that we haven't discovered yet. So let's just see where this goes. Ah, look at that. Once again, also, we can go down to the street level again. I'm happy to see that. And what I can see right away is that they drastically improved also the residences, population, the animations. Beautiful, as we can enjoy a sunny walk through our little town. Fantastic. Beautiful. I love that all the features made it into this game again. And yeah, we can now build our... I think I'm gonna start with the sanctuary, right? Because this gives me a direct happiness boost. Was it public services that we have? The sanctuary happiness and believe it gives me. But it's pretty expensive, right? 1,000. Yeah, let's wait on that. I'm not feeling that stable yet on my finances. This is pretty interesting. We can build a wooden palisade. Prevents enemy troops from advancing into your city. I wonder what that means. That we have now land units coming into our villages. That would be interesting.
Oh, Governor! Diana Augusta. Mother reckons keeping the codices does me good, but I'm literally dying to get back to Rome.
Alright, and there we have her, the next non-player character. Agatha. Diana. And we can deliver those plebs, those hitchhikers.
Thanks, Thanks for bringing us over, Gov. The Lady Diana's house isn't half bad, is it? This must be how they live down in Elysium, eh? Still, poor girl's got her hands full at the moment. Could you help her out? She needs a parcel collected from the Lady Valeria's place.
That is one beautiful place. Holy cow. Look at all those details. Fantastic. And this is now a trader, so we can purchase materials here. We can also sell her materials. And we can once again also purchase items that are having boosts on my population. We can also purchase ships. This would be 25,000 though. It's a bit out of my reach right now.
Whenever you need us.
Let's head back because I'm pretty sure, yep, we have more construction material again for my next productions that I would like to start now. And that is, oh, also we have unlocked sandals and soap as my next production chains. City status 3 has been reached, a growing municipia. And economic research has been unlocked as well. If only I'd built it, right? Haven't done that yet. Grammaticus, there it is. I'm still worrying about my balance a bit, so I'm not doing that just yet. I want to start producing now something that brings me in money. Sandals is one of them, but also the pileos. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead with this first. And that is my next industry then, more or less down here. I want to make sure that we find the blueprint mode again. Oh, there's decorations. Nice. Province map. What is that? That's the whole province that we have right now. With the trade routes then. And we can also change the province then here to the other regions that we haven't unlocked yet. Let's activate the blueprint again. Then we have the sheep farms. We can have them here along the mountain. And I would like to once again start with 2 of them, right? Yes, because production is around 2. And what does it need? These fields here. Very nice. So we can have even a bunch more here if I want to. Like this one. Okay, let's build the first one. And the second one. Together with the industrial building. And once again, the processing is... Oh, this one's actually producing... Holy cow! Twice as fast as I thought. So we could even go with 2 of them right away. Let's just check it out. How many hats we do need. Right, so 2 right now. So we already meet demand with that a bit. Lots of tiles are coming in. So this is something that we can now use then to get the next production going. Which is the bread. And that requires the wheat farm, the water mill. This one needs a river slot and then the bakery. Alright, total demand for bread is 1 right now. So let's calculate it with 2. So I need to have at least 2 wheat farms. I'm gonna start with the blueprint mode again. Makes it a bit easier for me. And then with the respective fields. 140 fields we need. And now I want to know, can we build it along the road here? I think we can. Yes. But I think it doesn't count as a full field, right? Let's build both of them right away. Beautiful. I love how we can now really adjust those fields also to those streets. And what we need now is a watermill. So with that we need a river slot again. I think we have a warehouse over here with a river slot, but this one is on the other side, right? So it doesn't count for both sides. So I need to go ahead and use probably that river slot that we have here already, together with another warehouse then. And then also with the bakeries. And this is also once again something that reduces the fire safety in the area. But, oh, that's interesting. It increases the income of the area if we build it in here. We can actually push our population with that service building to make more money for us. Because it's a commercial building. Oh, okay. At the same time though, we reduce the fire safety of this area. I would like to do this, yes. I'm gonna have these buildings here moved. I'm gonna move them down here and these guys over here. Oh, look at that. If I move it, if I move two buildings, I don't have that many angles available. So I need to move it where I can, over there.
Hope it's not too much of a stretch.
And then we can go ahead and build me that bakery here.
Can't wait to show you this.
Right? And I would probably also like to have another bakery over here somewhere for all these people. So probably close to the marketplace. There you go. Next to my tavern. This makes sense to me. And with that we can also push that income. We start though by building the watermill. That gets the grain now.
Ready to go big?
Oh, and we're having a treaty offered. Non-aggression pact. Gonna accept this one.
Too much of a stretch.
And a trade treaty from him as well. Also gonna accept this one. Also, okay, he requests a loan. 7,400 and he would pay it back with 10% interest rate. Oh, this is amazing. We don't have that. I mean, I have 10,000, so we can afford it. Let's do it. It takes 1 hour to fully bring it back, right? And we do get interest of, yeah, a bit more than, oh, not even 1,000. But it gives me a higher income per here, right? There you go. Balance has been increased now for 1 hour. This is a really cool thing. Okay. Gonna do this. Another quest down here, I think. Plebeian quest. Some boys went missing searching for a haunted ship. Can you help me?
You see, the Isis was lost.
There it is. So we need to send our ship to this area.
Now we found her floating in the bay, empty. My cousin Aura says she's cursed. That's the cursed ship. Do send her to the bottom of the sea.
Okay, let's sail to this.
I advise you dispatch a scout to explore our surroundings. Information is power, Are.
Got lots of timber. I would like to use this to once again push. Yeah, we can also build us the first bakery now. Let's do this here.
Trust me, you want olive oil. It keeps you healthy and competing. I would plant those crows.
And this one's making it so now that all of them are paying more taxes, right? So this one's pushing now the income, but it needs charcoal and it needs flour to work to produce then bread. And he's already getting it from my harbor area. Very good. Right-wise, is that enough already? No, it's not. I need to build my second bakery. So we're gonna have this one over here for these people. And there's the warehouse. Perfect. How should we do this here? Oh, I cannot place it just a notch to the right? Oh, now I can. Very good. There's a different mode for this.
May as well deal with it now, Ere?
I know the
Oh,
path
but we
I
cannot
would
place
choose.
something in here. Probably ornaments only then. Let's have it like this. Can we squeeze an ornament in? Yes, very nice. Okay, this works. Here we have sailed over here. Darkness swells to fill the holes and holes of the ices, and at the edge of hearing you can almost make out something like a wail. As you follow, the wails resolve into something like speech, though you cannot make out the words. Will you pursue it further, or have you had enough? Get out and sink the accursed vessel, or investigate further. Let's do this. Delving into the very depths of the ices, you discover the source of the wailing, a group of Syracuse men, carousing and making merry. The merriment abruptly stops as they notice you. The missing boys must have met the same fate. You spot them bound and gagged in a corner. No curse haunted this wreck then, just the local nuisances. Seizing the opportunity to negotiate, the leader steps forward and hand over some weapons, and they'll hand over the hostages. Okay. Deliver weapons to them. I don't have weapons yet. Refuse to deal with them.
The governor's choice is held
And there they are.
sacral.
And my ship can actually attack right away. Okay. They're pretty fast though. We can speed up time. We're firing. And I think we're doing damage. Yes, we are. And of course the ship is also slowing down again the more damage it took. There it is. And let's pick up whatever was left behind. And pretty sure it's the henchman. Okay. Let's deliver this back home into my harbor building, right? No, it's over here. Okay. Fire risk is high. That's of course because of my bakeries, I'm pretty sure of. So I do need to have more of these emergency services now. Let's have another one. Okay, the hats are in, and the bread should also be in now. Oh no, production just started. Ah, fire's outside here. Okay. So I also need to have my fire safety increased for my production buildings. Okay, fish is now close. Also my tunics are now close, so we need to tackle this issue then. The tunics we have over here.
Welcome to Lily-Bayon, Governor. I am Valeria Turan, proprietor of its many
And there we also have the next AI opponent or non-player character. It's a non-player character. Okay, this one also has an income effect on the surrounding area. That's interesting, right? So getting this one to my people actually increases my income again. Alright, this changes things a bit in this game. So it makes absolutely sense to have industry zones within the city area, right? So like with the bakery, let's have this one here to push them further, right? And this once again pushes my income now. Can we see how much income we do boost right now? Ah, there it is. Area effects and villa specialists 300 we make in addition just from these boosts now. And we have fulfilled all the food now. The sandals is probably one of my next ones. that we have over here now. This needs a pig farm, salt, tannery, and then also the sandal. And this one once again increases the income of the surrounding area. We have arrived.
Whenever you need us.
And deliver them.
The families acknowledge your efforts.
Another amazing looking
We don't appreciate lack
island.
of compliance.
May the gods grant you all you deserve and more.
I'm a bit overwhelmed by all the visual qualities here, honestly. So much to take in. And let's just see what she's got for sale.
Everyone's
Garum,
makes too
sails,
much.
ropes.
Don't
She would
worry.
also buy wood, marble, oyster. And she's got villa specialists once again that we could purchase. But it's all very expensive right now. Let's go back home again. The villa specialists are coming in then here, right? So we can then add them once I have the ability to build modules for this.
A small fire has broken out. Too small to be of concern.
Let's build the sanctuary.
Time religious belief in your city was shaped to your advantage, Ere.
And we have then all types of ornaments again that we can add here. So far so good. Thanks for watching. We continue in the next episode. Stay tuned.